Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is September 20th, 2022, and this is episode 545. Today we're looking at Draculina number 5, coming out from Dynamite Comics at a whopping $3.99. And on the cover here, we got the beautiful Draculina. I believe she's like a sister to Vampirella, if I recall that correctly, but she's the evil one. And lovely cover, and we'll take a look at the cover gallery as well. As always, Dynamite loads these things up with very beautiful pictures, drawings, and whatnot, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. Let's take a quick look at who worked on Draculina number 5. This has been the same team all along here. This is a recommend, by the way. Christopher Priest is the writer. Michael St. Maria, the artist. Even Nunez is the colorist. Willie Schubert, I should say, is the letterer. Matt Idelson, the editor, and Colette Turner did cover A. And I'm not sure if this is cover A. Yes, it is. So we got cover A there. Okay, and if you've been following this story, I'm not going to go into it a whole lot of detail, but we've got two Draculinas, and from two different dimensions. One is actually not a vampire. The other one, of course, has the blood-sucking abilities and can fly. Now, what has happened, this kind of interdimensional portal thing, there's a magic candle involved. But what has happened in the last episode is they've actually kind of switched bodies. So the preteen alternate universe or dimension Draculina is now wearing the Draculina suit, and she can fly, and she's got a thirst for blood. And they kind of just switched suits. So we got regular Draculina using a slingshot just like the younger one did. She can no longer fly, and she no longer sucks blood. In fact, she has a hunger for bacon. So the humor in here has really kept me going. The story's a little bit confusing because we do have a number of jump cuts, I should say, going from LA to San Francisco, just all over the place. And in time, they go back and forth in time a bit too. Here we see Draculina. She doesn't have her powers any longer. She must use a slingshot. I believe she's trying to come up with some kind of artifact that she's looking for. She's in some museum, as I recall correctly. And she actually shoots this guy through the head with one of these special neutron pellets. This guard, unfortunately, then she goes to suck the blood. She goes, ew, this is horrible. So she's like, okay. And then we've got Hezadad, who, I'm thinking I'm saying that right here, Hezadad, who is her husband in maybe another alternate universe. I'm not sure. He's kind of anamorphic looking, not anamorphic, androgynous looking dude, and he kind of pops in. There's been a few of these people popping in and out. There's also a master vampire, I believe it's Blowtu or something, Blowtu, and of course the demon that they've been tracking down as well. Now we've got Draculina waking up in kind of, I think it's like an orphanage or a girls' school, I'm not quite sure, a foster home, and she's got bloodthirst. She's looking at this other girl there, and of course we get Vampirella Mind Warp stuck right in here. Not too hard on the eyes. Let's pull back a bit, and we'll take a quick look at the variant covers that are being offered. I'm sure there'll be more than just these, but this is what they're showing on this ad. There you go. So we'll get back into the story here. It just kind of continues on. The bloodthirst becomes overwhelming, so she's got to fly away. She's got to get away, and she lands in what they call the Parent Trap in Beverly Hills, where there is a maid waiting for her with with some blood for her to drink. She goes ahead and drinks and feels much better, but she's not really figuring out what's going on. So the name of the last couple issues has been Theogony. I think I'm saying it right. Theogony. I'm not quite sure what that means. 90 Hours in San Francisco. This is book 5, of course. We get a title page after the credits earlier on. So we've got these new ghouls showing up. This one's called Dead Again. These all kind of fit in together. But Christopher Priest is like a genius writer. I can't believe he's keeping this all straight. It is really bouncing around. He's looking. This is actually Lilith that they have discovered here. And I do believe we get this big battle scene between Lilith and all these other creatures or zombies. This is taking place in another dimension. And then we get the visitor for one of the other, I believe one of the demons. I can't remember which one this is, if he's the master demon, if he's Lucifer. But there's really good banter between all the characters here. Now they're back in Los Angeles, River Run. And we can see that there's another person, I can't remember. I think he's a demon. And Hezadad's there again as this woman takes off her wig and reveals that she's Draculina. And so we have the two Draculinas meeting for the first time and arguing a bit. Before this, only one could appear in this dimension, I should say, and then this magic candle that was lost. So both of them now are stuck in the same dimension. And both are quite different. One's a vampire and one's just a kid. So just give you a little bit of a look at the art. The art in it is pretty good. I mean, just Fear of Flying is another chapter in here. So we have Hezadad hanging out. There's Lilith again, being backed by some military soldiers, it looks like now. So just a really good tale, very complicated. I think you really have to pay attention when you're reading this. But it is well written, and it's got some good humor in it, which I always enjoy. I mean, real good jokes, not just some Starbucks joke. No, these are good jokes. So next up for Draculina, as you can see, she has killed everybody in the household, the foster home, except for the one friend she made, the younger one had made. As no, it's actually Vampirella has showed up. I'm sorry. So Vampirella is now in the story as well. So we'll get the conclusion in the next issue, the Dead Zone, the 90-hour conclusion. There you go. And then, of course, we get our little letters to the editors. We get something called Alliances. Stan Lee is actually associated with this project. I'm not sure what it is exactly. Coming in October, so next month. Bill Sienkiewicz, I see his name there as well. Luke Lieberman, Ryan Silbert. There you go. That looks like it might be a kind of interesting read coming out from Dynamite, a little bit different from what we're used to seeing from them. From the boundless imaginations of Stan Lee, this galaxy-spanning original graphic novel stars a hero seeking the source of his powers and the strange band of cosmic outcasts he joins. And there you go. Let's bring that in close so you can get the credits on that. So look forward to that. It says it's a New York Times bestseller. I'm just not familiar with it. Scarlet Sisters. There you go, written by Alex Gora. Then we have Karma, written by Dan Wickline. An original erotic graphic novel featuring stories from the sensual world of modeling. Love, lust, and loyalty are put to the test. Okay, that's came out in August apparently. And Vampirella Year 1, trade paperback. And here we get to the cover gallery. We've already seen cover A. Cover B with Lilith. Oh, is that Lilith on there? I think that's supposed to be Lilith. And cover C. We get our cosplay covers. And some more exclusive covers. And I believe there might be another page. Yes, there is. So drink all that in like it's blood. Very exclusive. All right, so there you have it. Draculina, number 5. It is a recommend. It is a Christopher Priest book. Very well written, very humorous at times. The art in it's good. Yes, it is a recommend. The story is very complex, but it is good. Thank you for stopping by and watching this quick review of Draculina, number 5. As always, please like, please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave comments. We'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. This is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.